call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Nittany Lions ready to get this thing started and open the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
Gonna take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The Seminoles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Big early test for both teams in this opening game of the season. It's 3rd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He stopped again. They tried to convert this short yardage with the running game and have had 0 success. It's 4th down. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it in the shotgun. He wants it all. Touchdown, no! Fit it in the window for the score. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the shotgun, they'll run it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to throw. It's good. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy...
Turning it on! Past the sticks and still on his feet. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches tonight.
Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
They'll run it from the gun. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass, it's good. Pocket breaking down. And as he throws.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down if they don't. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
The Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab over the middle. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Noles are in the hurry-up. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Dances away. Lets it fly. Complete on the comeback. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown Seminoles.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Leaves it with the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Makes the grab. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these...
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking downfield, it's good. And they can't make the connection on third down. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. They'll have to put it away for the first time tonight. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Seminoles will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Back to throw, it's good. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Swings it out to the flat. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Looking to throw. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Sends the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Got enough for the first down. Oh, he's got some space. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Penn State! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
He lets it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got a man. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third and short, the power run here. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the defense.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The play action fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Rides the back on the option to give. after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's good. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Debilitating surround sound. The war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Power football with the run. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Trying to beat him to the left. Finding an escape route. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that 1st down marker. It's 4th down. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's good. Punts it out of the air. Breaks into the open. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The screen, and watch out. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Noles will kick it off to start the 2nd half. no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
1st and 10 for the offense. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Got his man quickly. At the 35, he's got room. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest players.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Quick strike complete. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff to the single running back. Hard running there. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The run to the left. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Got it on the outside. It's Marshall.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Here's the pressure. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to LSU. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
By the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Finds space on the right. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back gets the give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Gets the back moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, the ground game. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's good. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll start this drive going to the air. Rushes on him. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Get set, get set.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in this stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, no! Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's the handoff. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Rides the back and leaves it. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On the move. He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the first down, and let's see what they do on 4th. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, any way against just about any opponent. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Didn't find much running room on first down. 2nd and 8 from their own 27. To the air. It's good. Fires to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. The option look. Now the pitch. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. To the air on 1st down. Got a man, it's Meredith. Turning it on! Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
He's got it still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. DBs lock up tight on the receivers. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Goes to the option. He's got the 2-point conversion, and now they cut that lead to 12. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Sends it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
They kick it away on 4th down. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
That's a tough throw to make, especially at this juncture of the game. It's late, you're trailing, and that's a deep throw on an outbreaking route. As a quarterback, your timing has to be perfect, and you've got to throw that thing out in front. If anything is off, even by the smallest...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Florida State.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Looking to fire. Works the middle of the field. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Second down coming up. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. It's Kitchings. Still running at the 40. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Unloads it downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the comeback is on.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. To start this drive at their own 47. On the ground, it's Figueroa. Ball is loose. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And this offense is going to have to do more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got to be smart and be mindful of the clock.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Give to the back. Finding open areas. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st down from the 11. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Figueroa. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Penn State! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
It's complete on the right right side. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Going right to work up top. Looking left. Makes a connection. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
Now, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
High the chains now on second and long. Running back searching for a hole. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The offense set for a first down play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And with 2 seconds left, their last chance to send it to overtime. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
He'll try to do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Seminoles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
Third and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield.
Well, this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggled to try to find a play to get someone open.
Right down the boulevard. And they've regained the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
This crowd knows when to bring it. Using his legs, it's Figueroa. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. First and goal and a touchdown will win it. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Got his man on the right. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot.